Pablo Moses. Pablo, we have been producing you for years.
Yes.
Incredible star. Your music, your words have went through generation after generation. Did you see all those kids knew your lyrics?
Yes, I know, and it fills my heart. It's always a pleasure when I see that these children love my music. It was handed down to them by their parents, and they are listening to it, and not just listen to the beat, but listen to what I have to say in the songs.
Well,
it's an honor.
It's an honor because you're a legend.
Thank you.
And these legends, I mean, because reggae music has been, co-opted, and they've been giving, other stars, European stars, better breaks than the Jamaican original stars. That's why we want to bring back the legends. We scrape our money together to really keep the legends, alive, and let the kids see the legends, and not have our music of liberation watered down.
Well, I must say congratulations to you, Makeda. Please. It's an honor to be here, and it's always a pleasure to perform for you. I think that what happens is that you have to understand about what is happening in this world too. With Europe and America, it is a law where if you're not a European or American, you do not get the full promotions. In Europe, there's a law that says American and Europeans, citizens, should get up to 100% promotion, while artists that's outside of Europe and America, like us in the Caribbean, we should only get about 20% of the promotion.
That's incredible.
That's the same thing here in America.
Oh yeah.
Because they have a treaty together.
That's right.
If you buy a phone card in here to call France, the same $20 card will give you 500 minutes to France. And if you use the same card to Jamaica, how much minutes do you get? You get about 40 minutes.
It's a culture. The racism is a culture.
Yes, it is.
And I see it the same way when my cultural center, all the fight I had to put a great cultural center together. And, they make it difficult, even though I'm working with children and arts. They don't care.
No,
it's anything to fight us down.
The money people, I read a lot and I observe a lot, and I found out that democracy that they created, and also the whole religious aspect with Christianity, it's democracy and Christianity and capitalism comes together. So it is one word, imperialism. Now, what they do, they have to purge your brain, or I say what I call them nowadays. People say they're brainwashed. I don't know. I don't say that. I say the people are brain polluted.
That's it. Toxic brain.
The toxic brain polluted. So what they do, they have to get certain, because if you notice, even it's a stereotype of black people that is also the stars in the music business and also in the performing arts in America.
True.
They make sure they get certain people that is kind of have semi-Caucasian look. They're colored people. And the colored people get certain benefits over the people like me and you.
That's right. That's why they fight against me so much.
That's why they fight against you, because you are not colored. You have to remember the Willie Lynch syndrome. Is in order to control black people for over 500 years, you have to create this colored race and give them preferences over the blacks. And they say, he said, mark you, some of them will remember that they are from their people, the black people, but majority won't do that. They will watch the back of the slave master.
That's right.
So they become the house slaves. They get certain opportunities, they get to get their good education, they promote them. Now they're promoting them in a more sexual way now. And with the promotion of more sexual way now, you find that the people now are more aspiring towards sex, money, and power.
That's it.
That's it. That's what the kids are all about. And in order to sell their products too, they have to get these type of artists that will wear these type of products that they are selling. Marky, we don't know who own these recording companies.
We don't.
We don't know who own these distribution companies. They're conglomerates.
And that's where we should know where our money goes.
Because
you know?
what are conglomerates? A set of companies that own one company. So you don't know who owns these companies. They only put a guy to represent the company. While the real owners of the company can be Calvin Klein, can be this, can be one of those major manufacturers of baseball shoes or the sneakers or the caps or whatever, and the pants that dropping off the children, you know. So these are the things that you have to understand. It's a culture that they created. Now in the 80s, in the 70s and the 80s, they realized that roots reggae music has a positive influence on the population. So in order to stop that positive influence, they have to create another form of music, which is a kind of dancehall, which is a kind of calypso, hip hop with reggae, and they say it is reggae. So now when they create that music, it is more commercialized for them. It more suit them more because it's happy music. It's music that made the girls them want to wear these tight pants. They need to tattoo. They need to have all these different various things, fandangles. So everyone is going on towards what they call it. In Jamaica, we call it bling bling style. Everyone wants to get the newest car. Everyone wants, because they're selling these cars. They need you to buy these cars, and you're not even buying them. You're leasing them, or you're trusting them. You know, so you're paying this money every month for these cars. You're paying money every month at the same bank that is already abundantly rich. If you leave a minimum in the bank account, instead of they say, hey, he's poor. No, you have to pay a penalty. You go below that, so you have to pay a penalty to who? The rich man again, who already used your money in a bundle to lend it out, make money off it, and then after that he tell you, oh, you go below, so you have to pay a penalty.
That's incredible. That's what happened to my bank.
It's robbery.
It really is.
It's a straight up robbery. And if you notice when the people don't care how poor you are, when you go to the church, the pastor never refuse your offering. No, he never say, oh, Miss Mary or Mass John, you're from a poor family, I know that. You don't need to give us. No, we should be giving you. Oh, no. If you can bring more, please, we say. Bring more. We need more for the church, and we need more. Come on.
They call that a hungry ghost.
Yeah.
More and more like a big belly and a pinhole as a mouth, and,
Right.
and they just can never get full.
Yeah, that is why I wrote the song "Living the Life of a Big Shot."
Oh,
And you know, if you listen to that song, good. I say in that song, hey, Mr. Politician, you're tricking the people to work for you, to vote for you. They put you in high positions, and instead of helping them, what do? You're robbing from the have-nots, living the life of a big shot, taking what they haven't got, living the life of a big shot. And I said again, preaching in church every Sunday, taking collections from the needy, yeah. You deceive and you receive from the little that the poor achieve. You're robbing from the have-nots, living the life of a big shot. You see?
you know, we're going to a shift in the universe right now, and they think they're going to win, but you know what? They can't even test the nature, the earth. You know, and she's mad right now.
Yeah, but they're messing up Earth right now.
They are. They really are.
Because they're taking out a lot of the natural minerals from the Earth. When you're taking out the coal, you're taking out the sulfur, you're taking out the diamonds, you're taking all these things out of the Earth. What are you going to replace it with?
They don't even care.
They had the oil is coming out there too. They had a purpose why it was there. You take it out. What are you going to replace it with? In order that the earth itself can really function properly. They don't care. They just want to make money and more money and more money. That's it.
That's it. Well, Pablo Moses, you know, we were short with your time, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to have you on Tribute to the Legends to make up for it in 6 months.
Thank you.
And you deserve that.
Thank you.
Because,
I am
you're
honored.
a revolutionary soldier, and
you.
revolution is change. And
Yes,
things
that's
can't
what's-
remain the
thank
same.
you.
And you've been telling us, and Rasta been telling us over and over what's going to happen. And we're living in that day right now.
Yes.
The things that Pablo Moses was singing about when we were younger, you know, and we love Pablo Moses, man. We just, everybody
honored.
listened. But everything is true now.
It's
That you've been telling.
manifested,
It's
yes.
manifested, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
So Pablo Moses, thank you so much
You're
for
most
being
welcome. I'm
at our
honored.
first annual Reggae Summersplash right here at the port in the bay in San
Port in-
Diego, California.
Thank you very much, and it's an honor to be here.
It's
And
a-
may Jah guide and protect you and give you strength to fight this battle.
Thank you, Pablo.
You're welcome.
Please pray for me and keep me in your
Oh,
prayers
I always do.
because I'm in the belly of the beast.
I always
We all
do.
are. Thank you. I love you very much.
I do love you too,
Thank you.
Makeda. Thank you very much. Blessed Lord.
Pablo Moses on WorldBeat Live. I'm so honored to be
My African sister.
with this great, great legend. You are looking at a living legend. And that's what we do. That's why we call it Tribute to the Reggae Legends. We can't lose our legends. You know, big up Sugar Minor. I love you, Sugar.
Blessed love, Makeda. 37 years I'm in it,
Wow.
and I'm still here.
37 years. 35 for me.
All right.
35. And you know, thank you so much, because if Jamaica didn't adopt me, it was too hard for me to be in this country. I was always different, and I looked different. And so if I wasn't accepted, and if I didn't know there was another way out, and your lyrics and your words, you know, help me be
Thank you.
strong and, you know, be rat steadfast and liberate myself from ignorance. So I want to
Thank
thank
you.
you. And I'm here because of you.
And it's an honor and it's a pleasure. That's what I'm here for. My purpose is to get educated and educate.
That's it. Revolutionary soldier Pablo Moses right here on WorldBeat Live. I'm your sister, Makeda Dread.
read what kind of fight your a little revolutions in your institutions. So the people of Mount Zion, the one and only in New Jerusalem, the one that sang for all of God's children, God's children. Come on, in the way, Rasta, in the way, in the way, Rasta, in the way. Trumpets in Britain and in USA, in Canada and in JA. In the way, Rasta, in